mold. You school teachers are a mold for forming people, so you should turn it toward the direction of the Dhamma and practice the Dhamma. Behave yourselves in a way that can be an example for others. You're like a mold for making Buddha amulets. Have you ever seen one? Just a single mold. They carve it well, carving the face, the eyebrows, the chin, so that they aren't crooked or missing anything, so that the Buddha amulets they stamp out of it will come out beautiful. And when they come out, they really are beautiful because of that one good mold. It's the same with school teachers, who are molds for their students and for people at large. You have to make yourselves beautiful in terms of the personal qualities of a good teacher. You always have to behave in line with your ethical discipline and the pattern of a leader and guide. Abandon all forms of intoxication and unskillful behavior. Try to restore high standards of morality. You have to be a good example to the children. Vines. Children are like vines. Wherever a vine sprouts up, it has to look for a tree to climb up. If one tree is 15 centimeters away and another 10 meters away, which tree do you think the vine will climb up? It'll climb up the nearest tree. It's probably not going to climb up the tree 10 meters away because that one is too far off. In the same way, school teachers are the people closest to their students. They're the people who children are most likely to take as examples. So it's essential that you school teachers have good manners and standards of behavior in terms of what you should do and should abandon for children to see. Don't teach them just with your mouths. The way you stand, the way you walk, the way you sit, your every movement, your every word. You have to make into a teaching for the children. They'll follow your example because children are quick to pick things up. They're quicker than adults. A cup of dirty water. Lots of people come here with a high position in society and views about things, about themselves, about the practice of meditation, about the Buddha's teachings. Some of them are wealthy merchants, some have degrees, some are teachers or government officials. Their brains are full of views about all kinds of things. They're too clever to listen to other people. It's like water in a cup. If the cup is full of dirty water, it can't be used for anything. Only when you pour out the water can the cup be put to use. You have to empty your mind of views before you can learn. Our practice steps beyond both cleverness and stupidity. If you think, I'm smart, I'm rich, I'm important, I understand all the Buddha's teachings clearly, you'll never see the truth of anatta or not self. You'll have nothing but self, me and mine. But the Buddha's teachings are the abandoning of self, emptiness, freedom from suffering, total disbanding. That's Nibbana. Picking mangoes. If a mango is 5 meters off the ground and we want it, we can't use a 10-meter picking pole to pick it because it's too long. We can't use a 2-meter picking pole either because it's too short. Don't go thinking that a person with a PhD has an easy time practicing the Dhamma because he knows so much. Don't go thinking that way. Sometimes people with a PhD are too long. Your inner tape recorder. The teachings I've given you today. If listening to this Dhamma has made your mind empty and still, that's good enough. You don't have to memorize anything. Some of you may not believe this. If you make your mind still and then allow whatever you hear to pass by, but you keep on contemplating, you're like a tape recorder. Whenever it's open like this, turned on like this, it's all right here. Don't be afraid that there won't be anything. Every time you open your recorder, turn on your recorder, everything's right there. External recorders can run down. After you've bought them, they can run down. But your inner recorder, when things go straight to the heart, oh, it's really good. It's there all the time, and it doesn't use up your batteries. Balloons. In the Buddha's time, there were those who broke through to the highest level of Dhamma while sitting and listening to the Dhamma. They were fast, like a balloon. The air in the balloon has the force to push itself out. As soon as you prick it just a little bit with a needle, it all comes gushing out at once. It's the same here. When you hear Dhamma in line with your propensities, it turns your views upside down, from this to that, and you can break through to the genuine Dhamma. No match for an ox. An ox that's been pulling a loaded wagon a long way. The closer the sun lowers to the horizon and evening comes on, the faster it walks, because it wants to reach its destination quickly. It misses its home. We human beings, the older we get, the sicker we get, the closer we are to dying. That's the time when you have to practice. You can't make old age and illness an excuse not to practice, or else you'll just be worse than an ox. The heart. Its own teacher. Each of us here is the same. We're no different from one another. We have no teacher at present, for if you're going to awaken to the Dhamma, the heart has to teach itself. If it doesn't teach itself, then no matter how much you have other people teach you, it won't listen, it won't understand. The heart itself has to be the teacher. It's not easy for us to see ourselves. It's hard. So think about this a little bit. We've all done evil. Now that we're old, we should stop. Make it lighter. Make it less. There's really nothing else. This is all there is. Turn your minds in the direction of virtue. Water and oil. Water is different from oil. Just as smart people are different from stupid people. The Buddha lived with sights, sounds, smells, tastes, tactile sensations and ideas. But he was an arahant, so he saw these things as just that. That's all. He kept on letting go, ever since he saw that the heart was just that. The heart, that's all. Thoughts were just that. Thoughts, that's all. He didn't mix them together. If you can think in this way, if you can feel in this way, you can keep these things separate. Thoughts and feelings are on one side, the heart is on another side, just as water and oil in the same bottle stay separate. Supposed monks, genuine monks. Once you've been ordained in the Buddha's teachings, you've been supposed into being a monk. But you're not yet a genuine monk, you know. You're a monk as far as your body, the shaved head, the yellow robes. You're a monk on the level of supposition. It's the same as when they carve wood, sculpt cement, or mold bronze to be a Buddha on the level of supposition. It's not the genuine Buddha. Those who are still monks, just on the level of supposition. In other words, they still have greed, anger, and delusion in their hearts. These things keep us fenced into states of becoming and birth. The reason we can't reach peace is because of greed, anger, and delusion. If you take the greed, anger, and delusion out of your heart, you'll reach purity. You'll reach genuine monkness, which means being a monk in your heart. Making tables and chairs. It's good to make the mind pure and at peace, but it's hard. You have to start with the externals, your bodily actions and words, and work your way in. The path that leads to purity, to being a contemplative, is a path that can wash away greed, anger, and delusion. You have to exercise restraint and self-control, which is why it's hard. But so what if it's hard? It's like taking wood to make a table or make a chair. It's hard, but so what if it's hard? The wood has to go through that process. Before it can become a table or a chair, we have to go through the coarse and heavy stages. It's the same with us. We have to become skillful where we aren't yet skillful, admirable where we aren't yet admirable, competent where we aren't yet competent. The millipede. When lots of us come to live together, it's easy to practice if our views are correct and in line with one another. When we're willing to bend and abandon our pride in the same way, we all come together at the level of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. You can't say that having a lot of monks interferes with your practice. It's kind of like a millipede. A millipede has lots of legs. When you look at it, you think that it's sure to get all confused with so many legs. But it walks. It walks back and forth, and there's really no confusion. It has its rhythm, its order. It's the same with the Buddha's teachings. If you practice like a disciple of the Buddha, it's easy. In other words, you practice rightly, practice straightforwardly, practice to gain release from suffering, and practice correctly. Even if there are hundreds of us, thousands of us, however many of us, it doesn't matter. We can all fall into the same current. Sweeping. Our routines give us lots of strength. Wherever in the monastery you can do them, regardless of whether it's your own hut or someone else's. If it's dirty or messy, straighten it out. You don't have to do it for anyone's sake. You don't have to do it to impress anyone. You do it for the sake of your practice. When we sweep our huts, sweep our buildings, It's as if we sweep all the dirty things out of our hearts, because we're people who practice. I want each of us to have this attitude in our hearts. Then we won't have to ask for harmony or cooperation. It'll already be there. Planting peppers. The Buddha. Our teacher said that the way things go is up to them. If we stick with our effort in the practice, we can't control whether it'll go quickly or slowly. It's like planting a pepper tree. The tree knows what it's doing. If we want it to grow fast, we have to know that that's an affair of delusion. If we want it to grow slowly, we have to know that that's an affair of delusion. Only when we actually plant it will we get the fruit that we want. When we plant a pepper tree, our duty is to dig the hole, give the tree water, give it fertilizer, get rid of the insects for it. That's all. That's what depends on us, depends on our conviction. As for whether the peppers will appear or not, that's up to the tree. It's not up to us. We can't pull on the tree to make it grow. The way to the monastery. Virtue, concentration, and discernment. These three things the Buddha called a path. The path isn't the religion, and it's not what the Buddha really wanted, but they're the way we get there. It's the same as you're coming from Bangkok to Wat Nong Pah Pong. You didn't want the road coming here. You wanted to reach the monastery instead, but the road was needed for you to get here. The road coming here isn't the monastery. It's just the road to the monastery. You have to follow the road to get to the monastery. Virtue, concentration, and discernment are the road to peace, which is what we really want. Medicine. It's like a doctor handing a bottle of medicine to a patient with a fever. On the outside of the bottle is a label telling the different diseases the medicine can cure. As for the medicine that cures the diseases, it's inside the bottle. If the patient spends all his time reading the label, even if he reads it 100 times, 1,000 times, he'll end up dying and never get any benefit out of the medicine. He'll then go around making a big fuss, complaining that the doctor is bad. The medicine can't cure the diseases it's claimed to cure, even though he never opened the cap on the bottle to take the medicine. Rubbing fire sticks. The practice is like a man rubbing fire sticks together. He's heard people say, take 2 pieces of bamboo and rub them together, and you'll get fire. So he takes 2 pieces of bamboo and rubs them together. But his heart is impatient. After rubbing them together a bit, he wants there to be fire. His heart keeps pushing for the fire to come quickly, but the fire just won't come. He starts getting lazy, so he stops to rest. Then he tries rubbing the sticks together again for a little bit, and then stops to rest. Whatever warmth there was disappears, because the warmth isn't connected. If he keeps acting like this, stopping whenever he gets tired, although just being tired isn't so bad, his laziness gets mixed in too, so the whole thing goes to pieces. He decides that there is no fire. He doesn't want fire after all, so he gives up. He stops. He won't rub the sticks anymore. Then he goes about announcing, there is no fire. You can't get it this way. There is no fire. I've already tried. The key of meditation. Practice is like a key, the key of meditation. It doesn't matter what the lock is like, for we have the key to the lock in our hand. We don't care how tight the lock may be, for whenever we turn the key to open the lock, we accomplish our purpose. If the lock doesn't have a key, we can't accomplish our purpose. Whatever's locked in the box, we can't get it out. Hot and cold. It's the same as wherever fire is burning, wherever it's hot. That's where it goes out. Wherever it's hot, you make it cool right there. In the same way, Nibbana lies in the same place as samsara, the round of wandering on. Samsara lies in the same place as Nibbana. Just as hot and cold lie in the same place, cold lies where it's hot. When it gets hot, the cold disappears. When the cold disappears, it gets hot. Against the flow. To practice is to go against the flow. Against the flow of the currents in our heart. Against the flow of defilement. Anything that goes upstream against the flow is bound to be hard. If you row a boat upstream, it's hard. To build goodness and virtue is a little bit hard, because we people have defilements. We don't want to do it. We don't want to be bothered. We don't want to build endurance. We want, for the most part, to let things flow in line with our moods. Like water, it flows in line with its ways. If we let things flow in line with the water, it's easy, but it's not practice. With practice, you have to resist. You have to resist defilement, resist your own heart, force your own heart, increase your powers of endurance. That's when your practice will go against the flow. The cat defilements are like cats. If you give a cat something to eat whenever it wants, it'll keep coming back more and more often. But the day will come when it'll scratch you if you don't feed it. So you don't have to feed it. It'll keep meowing and meowing, but if you don't feed it for a day or two, it'll stop coming back. It's the same with the defilements. If you don't feed them, they won't bother you. Your mind can then settle down and be still. Work first, wages later. Some people come and practice to get nothing but pleasure. But what does pleasure come from? What is its cause? All forms of pleasure have to come following from pain. Only then can there be pleasure. Whatever we do, we have to work first before we get the wages to buy things, don't we? We have to work in the fields before we get rice to eat. Everything has to go through pain and suffering first. Eating sugarcane. Have you ever eaten sugarcane? When you eat from the tip to the base, what is it like? The closer you get to the base, the sweeter it becomes, to the point where even when there's only an inch left, you don't want to throw it away. It seems such a waste. The ants want to eat it, but you won't let them have it. So let your practice be like that. Practice the Dhamma like a person eating sugarcane. The fence. As for the practice, start out by establishing your powers of endurance and then contemplate. Contemplate your activities, your comings and goings. Contemplate what you're up to. Whatever arises, the Buddha has us know all around. Whatever direction things come in from, he has us know all around. If we know all around, whatever comes in this way, we see it. Whatever comes in that way, we see it. Right we know. Wrong we know. Happy we know. Glad we know. We know all around. But our minds, when they contemplate, aren't yet all around. We know just this side, but leave that side wide open. It's like putting a fence around a field or around a house, but it doesn't go all around. If we put it up just on that side, thieves will come in this side, the side that the fence hasn't gone around. Why is that? We haven't closed the gate. Our fence isn't yet good, so it's normal that they'll have to come through that opening. So we contemplate again, adding more fence, closing things off continually. Putting up a fence means establishing mindfulness and always being alert. If we do this, the Dhamma won't go anywhere else. It'll come right here. Good and bad, the Dhamma we should see and should know will arise right here.